Hey everyone, and welcome back to another New World video. Now in today's video, I actually want to go over some of the best ways to actually make some money. And yes, I'm sure that these guides are going to continue to improve as more and more people get higher rank levels. And we have access to more resources that people are now finding out in the world, because the real game seems to happen once you start hitting the real higher levels and even level 60. Now we have access to be able to improving our gear to get that legendary gear, whether it's armor or weapons, and also getting legendary resources, epic resources to craft like some amazing bags and other things like that. But I want to dive into a way to actually make some decent amount of money here on my server and also probably on your server, and you want to take advantage of it as soon as you possibly can. Just because it seems like about the level that I'm at is where you can actually really start to make some decent amount of money on the market. Now, there's a lot of resources that you guys can go ahead and sell on the market at any point in time that don't take very long to go ahead and harvest. Like logging is really good. Any type of wood, and then converting it to timber or even lumber if you have the resources in order to do that. Flint is still pretty good. Sometimes you can even go after like stone. It really depends on what your server is identifying as a hot commodity at the present time. You guys will have to take a look at your trading posts in order to kind of find out what is doing well on your server. So what I'm actually going to be focusing on today is the azurite chunk, if I can actually spell it right. You can only get this really from Star Metal, and you can see that here in Brightwood it's selling for $150 a piece. In order to craft some amazing things and to actually get those epic gear pieces that you might need, especially for those crafters, they're gonna have to have this in their inventory. So you can either sell that or you can go ahead and use it yourself. But there's also other things that you guys can actually get, and that is the gems. So let's see here if we can actually find some that we're actually looking for, like cut amber, for an example, is a good one. You can see that they're selling, I mean, the cheapest one is selling for $75. And then once we actually get into like tier 4 categories, that's when things will actually start to get really crazy. The brilliant, we can start seeing here, $187. And again, these prices are just on my server. This is all going to be different on everybody else's. And then we've got the cut brilliant diamond selling for $400. So it really depends on what resources we actually get from this. But I've been getting a lot of brilliance lately, and I've been getting a lot of like the tier 3 from doing what we're going to be doing today, and also getting the azurite chunk. So just find out what is working well for you guys on your server, and then identify it. If it's not necessarily this method, but this is a way that you guys can go ahead and do it. I know for a while, shade cloth was actually doing really well. I think the price on that has actually come down significantly because more and more people are actually participating and trying to find that. But you can still sell it for $10 a piece, and look at that. There's a huge difference between $9.99 and like the $50 ones. You could kind of buy up all this other stuff here, sell it for $30 a pop, make a little bit of profit, and probably do really well with it. Yeah, that's actually something that we could potentially do. I mean, that's $840. It's a gamble. We'd have to see if we wanted something that we want to do, but it could be worth it. Another one that is going to be a hot commodity coming up soon, just because it's going to be needed for bags, is this sliver of adderstone. You can increase the depths of pockets for your bags. So bags are really essential. I'll show you guys that I currently have one that's an epic. I do have some other ones that I'm probably going to sell here on the market very soon. I've gotten 5 greater runes, and I have a crafter in my company that was able to go ahead and do that for me. And hopefully today or even tomorrow we'll actually be crafting up some epic bags, which there's really none on the server. So, and these bags, these tier 4 bags, are going to be the layer level satchel. So if we just actually look up satchel here, we can actually see that the layered leather adventure satchel here is selling for a pretty good amount of money. I mean, the cheapest one at Brightwood is $2,500 for a rare, and 2,000 is the cheapest anywhere. And is there any epics? There's not. But the most expensive on our server currently is $4,700. Probably realistically, we could probably sell it for, well, 10,000 is the most expensive, I should say. Realistically, we could sell it for probably $2,500 and make some really good amount of money. Actually, this one, I was gonna say, if that one was gonna have it for, if the plentiful shells wasn't in there, I would actually buy that one myself and use that one, because that's actually a really, could be a really good bag. But anyway, that's just some ways that you guys can actually make some really good money. I plan on selling most of the bags that I have, so that's easily 6,000 more gold that we can get. But anyway, let's go ahead and show you guys the route that we're going to be taking to find some star metal in order to do it. So you guys are going to want to come up to Brightwood. This is kind of where it's at least as of now. You can actually go into the Great Clive and area, but you got to be a much higher level in order to do it. You want to go where people aren't going to be. So Great Clave has some really good ones actually right along like this path here. Really close to the settlement, believe it or not. So here's the outpost, and it's going to be like right along here, and then out to the other side over here is some really good spots to find it. You can also find some over in Morning Dove, where it's a little bit lower. You can find some along this ridge over here. And then but what we're going to be focusing on is Brightwood. And we're actually going to be going up into this area, which is just east. And the reason I like this is because we're starting at the settlement and we're going to be finishing at the settlement. And I like those style of runs. So a whole bunch up here. You're going to come down this waterfall, come along this ledge. There'll be a group of it in here. There's a group on this rock formation here. And then we're going to head west and we're going to find some over in this area here. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. We're going to find gems and hopefully find some azurite chunks along the way. Let's get started. And I guess before we actually start mining anything, it's a good idea to make sure that you guys get some reinforced mining luck. So all of my armor actually has mining luck, and then also my star metal pickaxe has mining luck as well. So we got basically 20% from just the increases there. So hopefully increasing by one of every 5 nodes that we do, or one of every 4 nodes, we should get something worth a while that we can sell on the market for a really good amount of money. And then I've also purchased myself some herb roasted potatoes. They're currently on my server selling for $45 a piece. So we'll see if it's worth it in the long run. But let's go ahead and get started. Well, unfortunately, I had a little bit of competition in this specific area, and that's okay. It happens from time to time. If you guys want to be able to do the best possible for mining this and get some decent amount of stuff, then I highly recommend that you guys do it during non-peak mining times, which I actually do it overnight. When I'm recording this video, it wasn't overnight, unfortunately. Can't really always record and talk on the overnight shift. Let's keep it at that. And but we'll show you guys what we got in just that little bit of run. So we got 13 in one. We hit the jackpot in one of those, and these sell for, I can't remember what they were selling for on the market, but they were selling for a pretty good amount of money. We didn't get very many gems at all. The only thing we really got was the small quartz, which kind of sucks. Usually I'm a lot more lucky. The roasted herbs, the potatoes did not do anything for me whatsoever. It was a complete waste of my time, energy, and money in order to purchase those. But maybe, and honestly, it's all about pure luck anyway. So getting the highest amount of mining luck and everything else to get up there, including trophies and whatnot inside of your home, is all going to help you guys in the long run. So hopefully this video does help you guys out. And if you guys have any questions regarding any ways of truly making some money here in New World, by all means leave a comment down below. But until next time, YouTube, you guys keep doing what you're doing, because you're already doing it, and you guys stay gaming.